talk about enzymes. We're going to talk about systemic enzymes at the end, and we're going to talk about digestive enzymes first. So, your body can't function without enzymes. You have all kinds of enzymatic activity in your body that's keeping you healthy and together and well and functioning. Let's talk about digestive enzymes. So, what are digestive enzymes? This is an example. It's actually the one I use now, super enzymes. But what enzymes are is think of like scissors. Digestive enzymes are like scissors. They cut up or break down the food substances so that we can get nutrients from them. So we can, when they're delivered into the upper intestines, it's chyme. Chyme is another word for liquid. So what happens when you eat? You probably don't realize it, but you take a bite of food and you chew, and you sort of know when to swallow. And when that is actually is you've made a bolus, like a ball of food in your mouth, and you swallow it. And that bolus hits your stomach, and then it's at the top of your stomach, right? And then your body says, "Oh, what is that?" Okay, start releasing digestive enzymes for that. And then it kind of mixes together. And if things go well, it breaks it down into a liquid called chyme, chyme. You want chyme delivered into the upper intestines. If you don't, if it's big chunks, your intestinal lining is one cell thick and it's thinner than a hair. So it can be easily irritated if you don't have things that are easily digested and absorbed. So enzymes are a key thing to do if you have an irritated gut lining, or if you typically have a lot of gas and bloating. Yes, probiotics are great, but let's break down that food so your probiotics and your gut lining have a better chance. So digestive enzymes, scissors, okay? When do you know when you need a digestive enzyme? Some things signs are when you feel heavy, like a heavy feeling, like the food is just sitting there. When you have indigestion, when it's coming back up. There is a talk on indigestion that I did. If you want more information on that, check out our YouTube page. Or you might need a digestive enzymes if food is coming back up and it just doesn't feel good and it's uncomfortable, and that's just not right. Stomach acid decreases with age for just about everyone. When you're young and healthy, it should be about a 2.0 pH. As you get older, it can get up into the 3s and 4s. So I take a digestive enzyme with every complex meal. What do I mean about a complex meal? If it has more than one food type, like if I eat an apple and I chew it well, I don't take a digestive enzyme. But if I have apple and peanut butter or apple and hummus, oh yeah, I take a digestive enzyme. Digestive enzymes digest different types of food. So fats, carbs, proteins. What's really special about now super enzymes is it has something called ox bile in it. Now, obviously, ox bile is from bovine source, beef source, so it is not vegetarian. So our gallbladders make bile. They're very important. The bile signals the pancreas to release digestive enzymes. Yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it really helps. It can really help gallbladder and digestion of fatty foods. So this is great if you have a sluggish gallbladder, you have no gallbladder. I know a couple of my close friends don't have a gallbladder, and they do very well with this. If you have a problem with fatty foods, if you're on a keto diet, if you go out for a fatty meal, this would be great to take as well. So it optimizes nutrient availability. Great product, really good price point. Can't speak highly enough about it. It's fantastic. Another digestive enzyme we have is called Digest Gold. Their theory is it digests your food from the point of entry to the point of exit. And why am I saying that? So they have something in here called TheraBlend. When you see TheraBlend on the label, there's a few on here. It means that there's several different types of proteases. Proteases digest proteins. So they activate at different pHs. A TheraBlend will activate at different pHs as it moves through your system. So in your stomach is usually an acid, a 2.0-ish pH. As soon as that chyme or that food drops into your upper intestines immediately is alkaline. And then as it moves through to the lower intestines and various areas, the pHs fluctuate. So fantastic. I personally like this one, but they're both fantastic. So remember, enzymes are like scissors. Okay, now we're going to look at some food sensitivities or special sensitivities. So we have something called gluten ease. There's several gluten options, digestive enzymes for gluten options. This is Enzymatica. Enzymatica, all they do is enzymes. That's all they do, and they do it very, very well. It has something called DP4 in it. It supports digestion of gluten and casein, which is more like milk, dairy kind of proteins. Now, these kinds of things are not for people who have celiac. If a person has celiac, you can't do gluten at all. But it is for somebody like I'm gluten sensitive, and sometimes like I allow myself to have 3 pieces of cake a year, like at my grandkid's birthday, right? So I will take this when I do that. Now, I can get away with it once in a while, but if I do it too much, not good. So these are not so you can eat all the ham sandwiches you want. It's if you, like, for instance, if you're gluten sensitive and you go out to a restaurant, even if you say you're gluten sensitive, they'll do their best, but it's probably got some traces of gluten in it. So something like this would be ideal, right? You just take it. I always take one with me, and I take it if I'm out to eat because, I know they're doing their best, but I've got to be good to myself here. So gluten for that kind of thing. Another one is for dairy. This is now Dairy Complete. Myself and my daughter love this. My daughter is dairy insensitive. She's sensitive to dairy, but she won't admit it. And so she still takes this when she occasionally does dairy. And she just raves about how well it works. And it works great for me too. Again, I only do it once in a while. 1 capsule, it says on the label here, 1 capsule is appropriate for digesting the amount of what would be 1 cup of whole milk. So you have an idea of how much activity it has. It's a comprehensive blend for dairy products, so it has a few different kinds of dairy digest in it. It's a great price point, and I keep it with me at all times just in case. Very, very good products. So we have something for gluten, we have something for dairy. Now, would I take my super enzymes with a meal and take one of these? Yeah, depending on what's going on. Yeah, I do this with every complex meal. And then if I'm out to eat, I'll take a gluten ease. If, let's say, they brought a salad and they put the Parmesan cheese on it, yeah, I'm going to do this. So yeah, you can interchange them for sure. So now we talked about digestive enzymes, so let's talk about systemic enzymes. So digestive enzymes are like scissors, right? Systemic enzymes are like Pac-Man. They eat. I don't know if you remember the Pac-Man games, but they literally consume the mucus or the food or whatever it is. So we're going to talk about serapeptase. This is Sara Gold. This is Ceregold by Enzymatica. It's a high-potency serapeptase. It supports cardiovascular, sinus, and systemic health. It contains proteolytic enzymes. Proteolytic enzymes get rid of what's dead, damaged, and doesn't belong. We call it the 3Ds, dead, damaged, and doesn't belong. It cleans them up. So serapeptase is really good for the 3Ds in tissue, muscle tissue. So you will find this near the turmeric and that kind of thing at the health food store, at the Fruitful Yield. So this is the 3Ds, dead, damaged, and doesn't belong. Cleans it up in the muscle tissue, right? So this is great for if you're working out and stuff like that. Then there's nattokinase. That's good for veins and arteries. You will find this in the cardiovascular section at the Fruitful Yield. This is the 3Ds for veins and arteries. Gets rid of what's dead, damaged, and doesn't belong. The Pac-Man in your veins and arteries. Very good stuff. Here it says cardiovascular health, circulation, enhances circulation. And it says promotes the production of plasmin. Pretty cool, huh? Now we have one other. It's called lumbrokinase from Dr. McCullough, lumbrokinase. And it does both. It supports what's dead. Well, it doesn't support. It gets rid of what's dead, damaged, and doesn't belong in the veins and arteries and in the muscle tissues and in the body tissues. Now, it is not vegetarian. It is actually made from earthworms. I'm sure it's very hygienically made, but it is not a vegetarian item. It is fantastic. I've tried it. Well, I've tried all of these. So if you want one that gets both, if you want a systemic enzyme that gets both, you can do lumbrokinase if you're not a vegan or a vegetarian. So digestive enzymes to support a healthy digestion, food absorption, make it easier on your upper intestines, your gut lining. If you have the gluten and the dairy digest, if you have some food concerns, sensitivities, and then if you want a cleanup crew, you want to get some things, some Pac-Man going in there and cleaning some areas, we've got serapeptase muscles, nattokinase veins, and lumbrokinase for both. I hope that helped demystify enzymes for you, and thank you for coming. You can get all this on our website and in our stores, the Fruitful Yield. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful day.